everybody, welcome to Tucker Newman Coaching. I'm Tucker, and today I want to teach you how to balance your energy. So, have you ever been in a relationship situation with a narcissist? You're this empathic person, probably a little bit more on the spiritual side, doing for others, giving away your energy, all help you out, right? Giving away your power, really just expending yourself at the expense of your own health, right? This is a very empathic tendency, right? You can feel other people's emotions. You're always trying to keep people happy, right? There's this type of energy, the empath, where the energy is always going out. We're just putting out. And then there's this type of energy called the narcissist. The narcissist is all about them. They're always controlling people, telling you what you can do. These people come off very confident. These people come off very insecure. However, the confidence is a facade because the narcissists are insecure. So they have to use their expression, right, to get what they want. It's all about them, right? When people are narcissistic, they only think about themselves. They don't think about how they're making other people feel. They only can focus on themselves. And the reason this can happen from a biological perspective, I see narcissism as someone who's under a lot of stress. So when we're under a lot of stress, our brain is kind of divided in three categories. We have the reptilian brain, which is all about survival, the mammalian brain, which is about love, relationships, and then we have the human brain, which is like higher level thinking. So as we get more stressed, we go back down into survival mode, into our reptilian brain, where we really just can only focus on ourselves. We can't focus on other people when we're barely alive, right? It's just a biological mechanism. So a lot of times we can turn into narcissistic tendencies as we become more stressed, as our health starts to decline, right? It's easier to be empathetic to people when you feel good, right? But there's also just natural tendencies of people, and that's really what I'm highlighting in this video. So here's an important thing to remember when you're dealing with, if you're an empath dealing with a narcissist, or if you're a narcissist dealing with an empath, that might annoy you how much they do for others, and that it's kind of we always are basically put off by when people are projecting our shadow, right? We're projecting our shadow. So the narcissist projects their shadow on the empath, saying what, like, they need to really focus on themselves, or they're trying to manipulate me, right? And the empath and the narcissist always takes advantage of the empath, knowing that, oh, they're gonna do stuff for me, I'll take advantage of that. And the empath takes advantage of the narcissist because the empath wants to get their need for love met by doing things for others. So they're each manipulating each other. There's no right or wrong in this situation, right? They both want love, and they go about it in a very polarizing way. They're also both insecure. They have insecure attachment, right? So there's normal attachment styles, there's insecure. You can look more into attachment styles. There's a great podcast that Paul Chek did on attachment styles that highlights everything you need to know, right? When people have insecure attachment styles, it means they were either neglected or abused as a child. We also have, so these people will latch on to other people, they're clingy. And we also have avoidant attachment styles. So when people are under stress, they revert back to their basic attachment style, and they go into themselves, right? That's the narcissist, right? They're avoidant. They don't need all this right now. So you notice what your attachment style is. You can look more into that. However, another commonality that I highlighted on is both the empath and the narcissist manipulate the other person to get their needs met. We live in a Christian culture, so the empath seems like the right thing and the narcissist seems like the wrong thing. However, an empath can learn from the narcissist on how to be more in their own frame, how to be more in their own body, how to stand up for themselves, how to get their needs met to really support themselves. Remember, I before we. You have to take care of yourself in order to take care of other people, because if you don't take care of yourself, you have nothing to give. right? If we can't love ourselves, we can't love anyone else, we can only fake it. So they're both manipulating each other to get their needs met. Also notice polarities, right? It's always a spectrum. Some people are really empathetic, real empaths, and they're just feeling everyone's energy. They're feeling the energy of the planet. And then there's people who are super narcissistic that are just only about themselves. Most people fall on a spectrum. Everything's a spectrum, right? You go from the red and then it vibrates higher and it changes color and it goes into orange, yellow, green, turquoise, blue, right? It's a spectrum. It's not this. There's no jumping, right? It's just a spectrum. And so notice where you fit on the spectrum and where can you find yourself centered. You want to center yourself, right? So the key to balancing your energy is centering yourself back into your heart. That is the key. If you're unable to find your center, your balance, then you're going to be off kilter, right? So our heart has an electromagnetic field that's 5,000 times stronger than our brain. So if we're using our mind to create our reality, we're missing a very powerful resource that could create even more reality. Remember, our lives are a reflection of who we are being, and who we are being is a reflection of our energy that's moving through us, right? We're energetic beings, so our emotion, energy and motion, our emotions create our reality, because that's who we're being. Our state of being is a reflection of how we're feeling. So if we're feeling loving, we're going to get more loving experiences. We're just going to, people are complimenting us and telling us how great we are, and like, it's not even like we're manipulating them to do that. We're doing that for ourselves, so naturally other people feel safe to do that for us, right? I've noticed a big energy dynamic where the more I work on my own self-worth and self-love, that people feel safe around me, because the less I judge myself, the less they feel judged. So they feel like, oh, I can share my dreams and my goals with you because you're not going to judge me. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not judging. I focus on my dreams and my goals, and I've been really working hard not being judgmental of myself and allowing myself to be who I am. And guess what? With people around me, I allow them to be who they are, and guess what? They feel safe, right? And when people feel safe, they put their guard down, and now they're being themselves, and it's more enjoyable to live that way than to set expectations for how you think people should be. And remember, there's a invisible field where people can feel what you're feeling. Even if they're a narcissist, they'll feel what you're feeling. So, how do we overcome all of our problems? So there's a good book called The Dark Side of the Inner Child by Stephen Walensky. And, it's like 150 pages, it's a good amount of content, and there's a lot of exercise and a lot of stuff to it. But the big takeaway, I took one little thing from it, right? You read this whole book, it's like, what did I learn, right? So the big thing to take away is to overcome, so our attachment styles are related to childhood trauma. Whether we're an empath or narcissist, usually relates to our childhood trauma, right? Getting our needs met, feeling insecure, always goes back to childhood trauma. And trauma isn't so much you just got beaten, physical trauma. It could be emotional trauma. It could be someone once told you were ugly, and it was just like crushed you in like second grade, and and you're still dealing with that trauma today. Like, trauma comes in all shapes and sizes, and it's a perception at the end of the day. It's just a perception. And what happens when trauma occurs, you get caught in a trance, right? There's a movie playing in your head, and it's on repeat. It's a reel. It keeps going over and over, right? You keep playing that trance, right? So someone told you you're ugly, so now you're in college, and you're making sure you look nice, you're doing all this stuff, and it just keeps snowballing until one day you're just like, the stress of the trance is taking so much energy away from you, and it's really taking away from who you are, because our real set baseline is peace, right? Love, acceptance of who we are. We want to be in the positive polarity. Just look at the chart of consciousness right here. We want to be in the positive polarity, We want to be in the positive polarity. We don't want to be in the negative. Down here where the guilt and the shame is, we want to rise above it into the peace and acceptance and put a reason into our life. We need meaning, right? So how do we do it, Tuck? How do we do it? I'll tell you how. You transcend it. What does that mean? Transcend. Trans-end. So any of your childhood traumas that you're in a trance with, you need to transcend it. How do you do that? Become aware. So the more aware you are of your childhood traumas, the more aware you are of why you're emoting the way you're emoting, the more aware you are of the things that are happening in your life, the more awareness you have, the more ability you have to transcend, right? Move to a higher level of consciousness. So, best way to increase awareness, meditation, breath work. When you alkalize your body, you're more aware. Feeling your body through Tai Chi, Qigong, slow it down. Come back to awareness, right? It's hard to be aware when you're in go, 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 drinking coffee, eating sugar, watching random TV, which puts you in a trance when you're watching TV because it's a flashing light that puts you in a trance. And yeah, those are the big things. These are really important things that we need to focus on throughout the day, and we need to make a priority in our lives to transcend our childhood traumas. And the more you're aware of the empath narcissist dynamic, the more you can come back to balance, and then you'll attract your complementary opposites. Remember, we're always getting our complementary opposites. Like attracts like, and opposites attract. So use this information wisely. Review this video. It's a lot of good content, really is. And if you like it, give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe. And also, if you want to do more coaching with me, similar to what I do in these videos, I go into an in-depth structured program that I'm going to be offering soon. It's going to be a 12-week program, so be on the lookout for that. And if you want to find out more information about that, you can sign up for a free 30-minute Dreamlight Vision session. We will get you clear on your goals. We will get you empowered to take action, and you will be blown away a month after the session with how much better your life becomes. So if you're interested in that, sign up with the link in the description. Can't wait to hear from you. And if you want to find out more, just DM me at Tucker Newman Coaching or email me at tuckernewmancoaching@gmail.com. And we're going to make the world a better place. I'm telling you, remember, a better me becomes a better world, right? So keep being great, keep getting better, and keep being the best version of yourself. Thank you.